All right, this is a test of the Chillz after about 2.5 decades. We have a burper already in the room. Welcome back to the Chillz. We're doing a one-take Sunday, even though today's not even Sunday. Don't worry about it, Jack. I'm back. Hello, everybody. This is going in the bloopers. How you doing, Andy? He ate a tab. Dude, no, this show's going live. This is the show that's happening. I'm going to let you all in on a little secret here. And he just ate a fucking tab in his beer. Apparently, it's his first time drinking beer. Andy, please explain to us what just occurred in this moment in time. He's now washing the table while we're doing a live show.
It's not the table I'm washing.
What is it?
Put my tab in the can of beer, and I just almost consumed the tab.
Oh, that would have been a funny ER experience at the hospital while your parents are on vacation.
I think that would just go right out. I don't think it'd be...
You think the aluminum would just, like, get dissolved by the stomach acids and shit?
Stomach acid is pretty powerful.
They are.
Like, I think if you poured stomach acid on rust, it would actually clean out the rust. Like Coke.
Where can I buy stomach acid? Like, what market can we get some stomach acid? Because I know you can buy quite a bit of fucking crazy shit on the black market, which I do not have access to.
That would be insane if they sold
But I
stomach
do know
acid.
people who do have access to the black market. But they do sell a lot of random shit. They do.
At the black market?
Yeah,
Like what?
you can buy kidneys and you can buy human parts.
Really?
Yeah, you can buy like different types of drugs that you never even and things you never even heard about. You know what I mean? Like acids that not even related to stomach acids, but like acids that corrode crazy shit.
Do you think you could buy stomach acid?
You know, there's a market out there for everybody, for everything. So yes, I actually do. There's a guy out there right now looking for deer urine. You can sell him deer urine. What a fucking urine. So you can get anything because people will buy it. There's a market out there for shit, and I mean literally shit, as in people will buy shit.
That's crazy.
Look at those Craigslist ads.
I'm just
looking for your shit on my chest. Relax, buddy. Okay, that's not the place.
People like that, like Dirty Sanchez, the Abe Lincoln. Do you know what the Abe Lincoln is?
No.
You rip out some of her pubes and put it on your
Oh,
chin.
yikes!
Yeah.
Have you seen Horrible Bosses?
I have both movies.
Where they hire that hitman and he does a wet job or something, and he's getting ready to like quote unquote kill the people, but really he was just getting ready to pee on them. That's it's just from the Horrible Bosses. If you guys haven't seen it, they're essentially trying to hire a hitman, but they did a terrible job.
The second one was terrible.
I haven't seen the second one.
Haven't seen the second one?
No.
Oh, maybe we should watch that tonight.
All right. We'll.
I mean, I don't know if I want to watch that movie. It's terrible, but sometimes you gotta watch terrible movies, like The Room.
Oh, The Room is really good, but make sure you drink before you watch The Room. That's way more funny.
I've seen The Room.
I know, but I'm saying if you're gonna watch it again for the listeners out there,
Right.
watch it when you're a little intoxicated because it's pretty funny.
Are you encouraging our listeners to drink?
I'm encouraging them to have a good time.
And in order to have a good time, you need to drink?
Grab a beer and listen along, folks.
Exactly.
Let's
I've been
cheers.
waiting for that the entire time.
Ow, I hit my tooth.
Wow. I'm the only one actually drinking a beer, though. You're drinking Coke.
You know what? It's the first one back in a little while. We're easing into it. We don't want to scare the listeners.
This is something we should do, though. Like, every time we do this show, we should, advertise, like, a specific beverage, like we did with boats. Boats on Sunday.
Yeah. Did I tell you the story about that one? I've told you the story, right? I have to have told the story on the show. No Boats on Sundays.
About how they got the name?
No, about what happened to me drinking No Boats on Sundays.
What happened?
As I said it one time in your writers group, I told the story. Okay, so, anyways, I guess you look very flabbergasted and confused about what happened. But, what happened...
Why are you looking over there?
I don't know, I thought we ordered Uber Eats.
We did order Uber Eats, but I don't think it's here yet.
One time we ordered Uber Eats, and
it's not even 8.
remember that one time? Remember the Uber Eats driver on the bicycle went around fucking in circles, and he didn't know.
But you're completely delaying the story.
No, we went on a slight tangent, but we're going right back there. We're bringing in the rails.
What happened?
All right, give me 1 second here. All right. Okay, so here's what happened.
So glad there are no females over.
We can make that happen.
We can make females?
We could make females. That's a different night. I'm not with you.
I see.
You're trying to delay the story, and I know what...
You say the story!
I'm the one who's going to tell the story. You're the one who wants to make females. I just want to try to tell my story to the viewers. Listeners, I said.
No boats on Sunday.
Okay, so... Slight tangent, guys, but we're getting back there. So anyways, there's this drink out there called No Boats on Sundays. One of my buddies, Hayes, was obsessed with it for like a little period of time when I worked at Loblaws. And so we went to our friend's cottage. This was a long time ago. My friend Sarah's cottage a long time ago. And we decided we had some No Boats on Sundays, the beverage. So we took him out. We brought him out on the boat. And it was a Sunday. And we're drinking No Boats on Sunday on the boat. We're ripping across the lake like, 40 kilometers an hour. On both, that's pretty fast. And then we hear... And then the boat just cocks out and starts floating away. And we hit a rock at a high speed, and we lost the whole prop and the cotter pin and all that stuff.
Wow.
It took us like 3 hours, 2.5 hours to 3 hours to get back to the cottage and stuff. We had to get towed and get a new cotter pin, and the whole prop was fucked. And so now now we know why it says no boats on Sundays. We were drinking that on a Sunday on a boat.
Pretty funny.
And so...
Do you know the actual story of why it's called No Boats on Sunday?
No, you should email the CEO and see what happens.
So it's strange. It's an Ontario company, but they actually got their name from Halifax, Nova Scotia. Because back in the day, it was like how you have no post on Sundays. Also, boats would not be docking on Sundays. That's why it's called No Boats on Sunday.
Oh, so like Sunday was like the grace period, like the Jesus day, and just like Chick-fil-A. I went by Chick-fil-A the other day with some girls, and we just drove by. I'm like, oh, Chick-fil-A is closed today, we can't go. And then she goes, oh yeah, it's because of that whole protest Jesus gay thing. I was like, oh yeah, that was a big thing a couple of years back.
Jesus is gay? What?
Okay, let me elaborate and clear the air here. I never said Jesus is gay. Whatever he does in the spirit.
There's a protest about Jesus being gay.
Remember how the Chick-fil-A owner was anti-gay,
yes.
anti-homophobic?
Yes, I do remember.
So he goes to church on Sundays. So because of that, Chick-fil-A can't be open on Sundays. And then it was there was also a whole thing. I don't think it was related to that specifically, but it was he's also homophobic, and then so they started protesting. A lot of the Toronto store goes ended up boycotting the stores and the restaurants, and people were laying their bodies in front of the stores. So people wouldn't go inside.
What do you think people would do if all restaurants closed on Sunday?
Oh, pure pandemonium, chaos. The world as we know it is done. If you thought the anti-maskers were bad, that's even worse. Because you and your parents and your friends and your co-workers and relatives can't go out on Sunday to eat or do whatever for a meal wherever they want while they're out of town, you're fucked. Now let's say you're going on a road trip to the cottage.
Okay. And
you know what? It's Saturday night, okay? But it's Saturday night, 11 o'clock p.m. Mm-hmm. But now you're driving for wee hours of the night. It's like Sunday, 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning. You know what? You got to get somewhere to eat, right? But guess what? It fucking just hit Sunday. All the stores are closed. Now Andy can't fucking eat. And you're stranded, and all the little shops are closed, mama pop shops. McDonald's is closed because you said everything's closed.
That's true.
You said everything's closed. So I'm going to say everything.
I did say that.
Even convenience stores are let's say, forbidden to sell food, snacks.
Okay, no. What? Restaurants are closed. Convenience stores.
All right, we'll leave convenience stores in. But let's say all the restaurant sitting diners closed.
Yeah, okay.
So think about that. You're fucked now.
No.
What are you going to do? Go to the convenience store and get a can of a can of ravioli and start cooking in the middle of the highway?
No. But wouldn't it encourage people to use grocery stores more? No? Really?
Yeah, but the grocery stores, most groceries are open 24/7.
That's true.
So, like I said, the situation that I just presented is that you're stuck and it's a Sunday and you need to get food because you're out of town.
Yeah. I understand.
It's not just like you're at home, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, oh, let's go to the A&W down the street. If A&W is closed or they're doing renovations, you go to another restaurant. But let's say you're relying on food, you're kind of fucked.
It's kind of sad if you're relying on a restaurant to supply you sustenance.
Well, what about those guys that are truckers who are stopping at Denny's at 3 a.m. and it's now a Sunday and they're fucked? They're relying on it. Because they can't make a fucking eggs and Benny in the morning.
Don't you think, like, the restaurant...
All I'm saying is your logic isn't going to work out as you didn't think it would.
Well, I don't own the country. I can't control what happens. Speaking of owning the country, what do you think of the Liberals winning?
Oh, yikes. I mean, I was kind of a Liberals guy, but listen, there was nobody good to vote for this round. They were all shit shows.
Who did you vote for?
I can't say that on the
Why?
podcast. Because people don't want to hear my liberal...
Nobody knows who you are.
My opinions, who this party is. Nobody wants the politics.
Well, if you don't tell me, I can't say to the listeners who I voted for. We're fine.
Okay, who did you vote for?
No. You won't tell me, I'm not telling you.
It's like
we could say it to each other in confidence when we're not recording.
Yeah, that's fine.
But that's it.
But I don't really care. I'm not like, I didn't even feel like voting this year was even worth it.
We have the exact same government we had last time.
Yeah, I'm
the exact same.
Oh, I got bitten by a mosquito. Dude, remember I said something bit me?
There's a mosquito in this house?
That's what bit me. Oh, she got me. Look at that beautiful redness.
By the way, I'm dry, so I have to get another drink.
Andy's dry, guys. Sorry to hear that. Ladies, if you're available and single, Andy's dry.
I've been dry for 29 years!
Well, you heard it. Okay, no need to yell. You can come back in a moment and continue chit-chatting. Anyways, Andy's getting another beverage. So, yeah, all I'm saying is I'm not a big politics guy. I know what I need to do to do what I need to do for my life and enrich myself. And, the government's good when it's good. And then sometimes, they don't always do what you want it to do. And that's what I love about the freedom of speech and the freedom that we have here in this grateful country of Canada. You can voice your opinions and you can say, listen, I don't stand for those things. And you can have a nice peaceful protest or not peaceful, whatever. And talking about protests, I didn't even mean to transition into that. Is that, you motherfuckers, okay? Don't be fucking protesting at the fucking hospitals when people are trying to recover from diseases and cancers and stuff. Let them have their time in peace and their time of mourning or their time of sickness or their time of when they're scared and they're desperate and this. They don't want to fucking hear idiots yelling at the fucking doors or at the windows. Go protest at Queen's Park or Dundas or call your fucking legislations, whatever the fuck you guys call them here in Canada. Go call.
Don't you live here?
Yeah, I do, but I'm so rattled that I'm gonna forget all the terms. All I'm saying is, you get what I'm saying is, go fucking call your MPs or your fucking thing and call them in protest. Don't leave the hospitals alone. They're fixing your friends and family and relatives from getting COVID. Let them do their jobs, okay? You know what I'm saying?
So what do you think of what Trudeau said to that one protester?
What did he say? Please enlighten me so the viewers can telling listeners.
Just bashing his wife with all these violent slurs and stuff.
So wait, say that again. The guy was bashing Trudeau's wife?
Yeah.
Like, were they out having dinner?
No. He was at a protest.
Yes.
He was making a speech.
And Trudeau was there with his wife?
Trudeau was making the speech.
Yes.
And Trudeau his wife was being insulted. And he basically let him kind of shout all this.
Here's the thing. He has to be professional, right?
Told him, why don't you have a hospital to go bother? I thought it was a great line.
That was funny. That was funny. Sometimes people need to be put in their place. I mean, I remember one time at one of my one of my dad's properties, there was a bell guy. He came in to do work, and he didn't know what the fuck he was doing. And he goes to me, look, I've been doing this job for 20 years. I know what I'm doing. I said, it doesn't look like you do. My dad goes, George, you shouldn't have said that, but you were 100% right.
Wow.
He goes, I'm kind of glad you did say it, but you shouldn't have said it, but I'm glad you did. Because he needed to fucking hear that. He thought he was king shit. He thought he fucking knew this. I go, he was there for 6 hours. I did his job in 20 minutes. I was upset because I had girls waiting for me to go watch a Leafs game with them, and I was mad because I had to make them wait.
Watch, like physically watch?
Yeah, like I was going to go meet them to watch a Leafs game because they were supposed to finish at like 4 o'clock. They didn't end up finishing until 7:30, and I was pissed off.
George has all this access to all this.
No. Don't change the subject.
Listen, am just left.
I just have friends who are females, and then also have females that I talk to.
Friends who are lesbians. Okay, I understand.
I was offered a threesome once a couple months ago. That's a different story for a different podcast. But what was I saying? You got me riled up.
The point is, a lot of people either agreed with Trudeau or they were against what Trudeau did, and
for making that comment.
I support it, and even the conservative O'Toole was like,
for that specific comment you're talking about.
If you start bashing family, there's he deserves to fight back.
Oh yeah. I don't got friends. I got family.
What is that from? Fast and the Furious?
Yep, Dominic Toretto. You know how many memes there is of that? It's not even funny. I love it. The memes are just out of this world. Hence the last Fast and Furious movie that was out of this world. It was in space.
What?
They went to space.
Are you serious?
Oh, spoiler alert.
I haven't even seen the first one.
This guy hasn't seen the first one, bro. He's like...
No, actually, that's not true. I think I started watching it, and then I don't know what happened.
I started watching Fast and Furious back in 2001 at my cousin's place in Brampton. Now, I don't like my cousin, but on the record, I'm glad I was there that day and depressed on the couch because I saw this movie and I was hooked from day one, watching them drift underneath the fucking 18-wheeler. And I go, I gotta know what this is. And then ever since then, I was hooked on the Fast and Furious.
So when are we gonna watch the whole series together? We could do that tonight.
Oh, not that tonight, but we can watch a couple if you want.
Start it.
Yeah, okay, we could do that.
We have a lot of plans. I hope
do.
Everybody's listening to this, so if we forget all our plans, someone lets us know what the plans are.
So Andy, tell us a little bit about you, what you've been doing during the last couple months of the pandemic. We've been away from this podcast for a while. He's got a new job. He kind of... tell us something.
I had the same job the last time.
Okay, well, tell us what's new in the last couple months. What's exciting? What tickles your fancy?
I went westward to visit my sister.
Anything exciting happened? Any cool stories?
I was away for 3 weeks.
Okay.
Driving with your parents.
You guys drove there?
Yeah, we drove there.
To BC?
Yeah.
Wow, what was that like?
It was pretty fun. There was some tension, as there would be.
Oh, yeah. I've been in road trips with my sister and my parents. Yeah.
And I think it was a very emotional time for my sister.
For when you guys got there?
When we met.
Yeah. That's cool. She was happy to see you guys?
She was very happy. She hasn't seen us in 2 years.
Wow. Wow. That's like when I saw her last at the Christmas party kind of thing, almost, maybe.
Christmas party.
2019, I came to your Christmas party. You invited me over.
Oh, yes. Yeah,
and your sister didn't seem really thrilled that I was there. Anyways, your sister's a nice person, and I wish her the best.
Say her name on this thing.
I didn't say her name.
I know. I don't know if I should.
I think maybe you shouldn't at the moment. Because
I hate...
You don't want the fangirls searching up your sister and, because you're going to be famous and I'm going to be famous. We got to leave our family out of it because we got to let them have their own private lives.
I just hate when we use these misnomers. Like instead of saying their name, we do like titles like "This is my wife." You don't say what your wife's name is. It's just "This is my wife." Or
apparently Andy has a wife now, guys, and I didn't even know this.
That's not what I meant.
I'm kidding. But
I'm just saying.
So how long was the drive up?
Well, it took us almost, I guess, a week.
Wait, the drive was a week?
Well, we didn't The whole trip was 3 weeks for me.
Yes.
My parents took a month.
But I'm saying from start to finish, from leaving your house to getting to your sister's house.
Okay.
I almost said her name. I just stopped myself. Anyways, from getting to your house to your sister's house, how long did that part take?
About a week.
Wow.
But
that's
you need to understand that.
But you stopped and ate in restaurants.
A normal trip.
Yeah.
Should take about 5 days.
5 days.
The normal trip.
And you guys did a whole 7 days.
We took a week because it wasn't just going from point A to point B. There were a lot of stops in the
That's what I'm saying. Like maybe you went and did things and looked at things and ate at a few restaurants.
Like we basically, so we kind of just drove through Winnipeg.
Did you stop off at Banff, Alberta?
Yes.
Nice. I think I remember you mentioning that.
Yeah. You need a national park pass.
I heard you can get those for $100 and you can go anywhere you want.
And you have, I think it's good for like 2 years, maybe 5
That's
years.
it? Actually, $100 for 5 years is totally worth it. 5 years is totally worth it. I wanted to do a drive across Canada, but this was supposed to happen during the pandemic, but the car situation did not work out so well because I didn't want to put that much miles on it.
What's your excuse now?
It's still gonna happen. Yeah.
Who's going?
Whoever wants to join. Ladies.
I haven't heard about this.
It's still up in the air. Nothing's written in stone. If anybody wants to come along for a road trip, hit me up on my Instagram. Link's gonna be in the bio. In the thing.
I would prefer if you did it next year.
Next year, I said.
Okay.
Yeah.
You did not say that.
I said it right now.
You just said it right now.
I said it right now.
Because that's when I can take my next vacation.
That's when he can take his next vacation.
Why are you repeating everything I'm saying?
I don't know why I'm repeating what he's saying. I hope you guys love the Chillz, because I think this is a good episode here. I'm loving the energy right now, Andy. Anyways, anything else you want to say or bring up before we maybe wrap it up in a little bit?
I hate dating websites.
Oh, please elaborate on dating websites.
All these dating websites are just scams.
Oh, it sounds like you have some personal thing that is really touching your nerves that I feel it.
Well, I just think it sucks that if anyone likes me, I have to basically pay money to see these people. And the last time I paid OkCupid to see these people that like me, I didn't like any of these people. And then one of my bosses at work is just like, oh, well, whoever likes you, you should just, hit them up. And I'm like just thinking to myself, I don't like them. So we're gonna go on this date.
Yeah, don't go leaning on people. I don't like that. I don't
like her and I don't.
If a girl you go on a date with a girl and she comes out and says, listen, this is X, this is the situation, I prefer to just whatever. It's good that you're honest, and the guy is the same way. If you don't like her, don't lead her on. Don't waste each other's time.
I don't think it's right.
Huh? Yeah, I don't
think it's right. He's telling me that there might be one day.
He's telling you to lead her on, is what you're saying.
No, he's not. He's just saying, get like, I guess in the best terminology, your dick wet.
Thank God this is not a PG show.
It never was.
Never fucking was. Never fucking is gonna be. Was. And we condone the F word.
Yes.
But we try not to say it very often. Stop fucking swearing, my dad says. Exactly. My dad always says that.
Exactly.
And then he swears at the car.
He's like, he's going to drive me someplace. We're going to basically take the day off. And
your worker's going to drive you there?
One of my bosses is.
What a great boss, but also kind of whacked.
Yeah, he's gonna basically take me to like a whorehouse. So he doesn't know.
Wow.
He doesn't think we should call them whores or hookers. And I'm like, okay, well you come up with a better name, and I'll say that instead.
This got spicy really fast.
I was thinking like my gentleman friend, but I don't know.
Define gentleman friend for the listeners.
A hooker.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know if that.
A gentleman friend.
Translates the same way.
That sounds kind of weird, a gentleman
friend.
I
was telling him that Bryan Cranston lost his virginity to a hooker.
How did you know that?
I read his book.
Oh.
I've read his book like 3 times. It's very good.
Well.
Finally bought it because I thought to myself, if I read this a third
time... So how did you read it the first 3 times? You stole it?
No! There was a time where I stole things, but that wasn't one of them.
That's when he was young.
I read that book on the subway to someone, and they were very impressed. I didn't read the whole book.
I was like, yo, what line were you on that you read the whole book?
The whole section. Like, I think Bryan Cranston would be very impressed with your reading. I'm like, oh, thank you. That's good. Very nice. Anyway, the point is, he was in Amsterdam, and I want to say he was like 15.
15.
I think
Wow.
he was 15, and he's like, I gotta do it. It's been too long. I have to lose my virginity. And he was in Amsterdam, red light district. So
The red
he
light
did.
district.
He didn't say it was like the most amazing experience of his life, but he's glad he did it. So
That's crazy.
maybe that's gonna be me.
All right. Well, we wish you luck on your endeavors in wherever you're gonna go with your wild friend and your
Yeah.
gentleman.
A part of me is hoping that I'm not gonna have to do that, like
Yeah, I do
I'm
too.
gonna find someone
I didn't want to
before,
say that, but
because
yeah.
he hasn't said when this is gonna happen. It's just gonna be like he's got some time. He's got like
No,
some
I
time
feel
period in
like
his head.
I feel like it's better just meeting people in general.
Mhm.
You know, like in person. Like the other day, I went to this. First of all, I got a fucking expensive parking ticket, which I got a $150 parking ticket for parking on Queen for 10 minutes.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
a different
yeah.
story.
The birthday party I wasn't invited to.
Listen, no, it's not like that. It wasn't my birthday. Anyways, long story
You
short,
tell listeners that people are afraid of me.
they're not afraid of you. You
Because
just
I have
Hey,
the ability.
can I finish my story?
Sure.
This co-host is always interrupting me. We're also looking for recommendations for new co-hosts next week. If
This gag is so old.
this gag is beautiful. Anyways, so we went to Warehouse, which is a place in Toronto, a club. And as soon as I walk in the door, this Greek girl comes up. This Greek girl yells at me. She goes, "Excuse me, are you Greek?" I go, yeah, I am. And then I go over, I start talking to her. I go, and she goes, "Oh, you're wearing," because I was wearing a Greek jersey, the one I was wearing the other day,
That's ripping.
just at the shoulder
You have to
seam.
look down to see if you were wearing it today.
No, I'm
Really?
just nothing. This guy and I don't know why we keep him on this show. Actually, we love him. That's why. I love his sass and his remarks.
I troll him so hard on Instagram and TikTok. It's terrible.
My favorite was when your buddy invited you onto when you invited me onto your buddy's show.
Oh yeah, that was.
And then your buddy goes, "Why did you invite this guy on? He's just fucking sitting here roasting you half the time." And the worst part is you didn't even hear it because they were so good because the audio was lagging between the three computers.
It was terrible.
Guys, it was so good.
You
It
wouldn't
was
even
so
repeat
good.
it to me.
We should do a Twitch show where we're just talking for
could
like
do
3
that.
hours and
Yeah.
doing things.
3 hours on Twitch.
I've seen people do 24-hour Twitches. 24 hours.
Oh yeah.
People
right.
pay you to do random shit,
The
and they
girl
love it.
on the beach.
This
trying
girl
to
on the
find
beach.
shit.
She's like 5 hours just getting shit. Yeah, but keep in mind, she's a girl on the beach. We're not girls on the beach. We don't have that.
You don't think
luxury.
if we wore speedos, people would pay attention?
They would call the police, and I don't doubt them for that. No one wants to see us in speedos. I don't want to see me in a
I don't want to
speedo.
see me in a speedo.
There you go. So, ladies, if you see us in speedos, just
Call the police.
maybe not call the police. I got a life to live here. I think it's like be anywhere behind any bars. But listen, just run away.
Behind any bars, not even alcoholic ones.
Oh, jeez. Anyways, so what was I saying before this whole 25-minute tangent? 10-minute
About
tangent?
this girl that was hitting on you because you were wearing a Greek jersey.
Oh, yes. Anyways, my friend was a little intoxicated. And so he yelled out, "Halaka!" And I was like, oh, shit. And so I had to explain to her why he was yelling the word. And I was like, oh, man. Anyway, I started talking to her for like a few minutes. And then I went back to my table. And then I was like, I didn't pursue the conversation any further, even though I definitely had the upper hand advantage.
Why not?
I wasn't feeling it. I got my parking ticket, which pissed me off a lot.
Yeah.
And then we ended up going to another place afterwards, which was okay. But yeah. Anyways,
If you're not feeling it, you shouldn't force it.
she was all right. She was really nice. She was
all
cute.
right.
No, she was very
She
cute.
was cute.
But she was with these two other other girls, like 3 girls in total. And yeah, they were some.
Well, she didn't invite you to her table.
No, she literally gave me an invitation to the table.
She did.
Yeah, she didn't say it, but she did.
Okay.
With her body language and the way she was looking at me.
Then you should have taken up on it.
But yeah.
But if you're not feeling it,
But I went to a beautiful rap party the other days ago from like a rap party is like a set thing that they do for the listeners. And there was the directors was there and some of the actors were there and stuff, and it was in Kingston, and that was fun.
what movie?
Mayor of Kingstown. Mayor of Kingstown. It wasn't
Really?
like it wasn't the wrapping of the season. It was just the wrapping of that week of work.
Yeah. Okay.
So, but when they do actual real rap parties, those are crazy. Like when they're done filming for the season, yo, to the nines.
Don't you like watch like some of the shows?
I do. I watched quite a bit. I watched.
No, at the parties, don't they like?
No. You're just partying and everyone's celebrating that work's done. And you're not working 25 hours a week.
Nice.
Yeah. Anyways, any last minute things before we wrap up, Andy?
Don't drink and drive.
If
you're listening to this podcast, don't get distracted.
Don't get distracted. And he just got distracted by his own line. Anyways, everybody, thanks for tuning in. Hopefully you finished your beer, and we'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
Or whenever we do that.